Welcome to Good Mom, Bad Mom podcast. This is Danielle, aka the Bad Mom.
And this is Jennifer, aka the Good Mom.
Today we're going to be talking about friends.
Mom friends, single friends,
All friends,
work friends,
bar friends,
family friends,
family friends,
all kind of friends.
Yeah, so having friends can be the difference between thriving and just surviving.
Whether you're ride or die, besties are the mom you only talk to at soccer. Friendships are what keep us sane. Well, most of the time.
Friends are our support system.
They are.
They are our support animals.
How do I support you?
Well, you're the one that I vent to. I really only trust you as unhinged as we can both be. This is what's scary for the world. Is that it's your opinion. So when something happens and I actually have time to decide if I'm going to go unhinged or not and have that, like where it's not just going to unhinged, I'm like texting or calling you and I need direction of this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. How do you see this situation?
Yeah.
Like you're that person. So actually
terrifying for the world. Though,
yeah.
Because depending on my mood, I'm like, you should do it.
I know.
And other times I'm like, that's probably not the smartest decision.
Because usually it's not the first time that I've done it. And so it's like that TikTok, we're going to do a wrap around. Like that's me. Like I'm going to do.
We're going to wrap around. No.
Yeah.
Let's sit this one out. But in general, I mean, like for you, you're that to me. Like if I need to vent or ask advice or like, hey, am I crazy?
Yeah.
Like, but let me play this scenario for you and, get your feedback from it or, and then also too, like when I'm not feeling me or like, we've kind of touched a little bit on like some of my health issues. There's a lot for me right now that is not easy. Like everything requires ingredients or instructions. Yeah. And so when I'm like, I'm done, like this is just it for me. Like you're like, nope, we're going to put our shoes on and we're going to put one foot in front of the other and we're going to get up because that's what we do. Like, so you're that support and like that encouragement as well.
Well, in the past several years, I've been going through a huge transformation. So like the things that I learn and I bounce off of you, I don't even know if you know that you do it, but you kind of voice back to me like the things that I'm learning. So like I'll come to you and be like, hey, I heard this really resonates with me. Like, it just puts into words how I feel. Oh, that saying, I flippin' hate it. No one's coming to save you.
Yeah.
That hurt my feelings. Yeah. It really did when I first heard.
But it's the same kind of concept. No one's putting your shoes on for you. Like I will sit next to you while you do it. You're the one that's got to take the step. You're the one that's got to get up once you got them on.
Yeah. Like one of the things that I would say that Jennifer says to me consistently is you can do hard things. Mm-hmm. You are that person that is like
that, and it's okay to have feelings, but you can't be mean.
Yeah. You can have feelings, but you cannot be mean. And that's like a mantra that I have like on replay like every day.
That's when my kids hear a lot. That is my like when they're fighting, screaming it at each other, but she did this, and it's like, well, you can have feelings about what she did, but you don't get to be mean.
Yeah, I agree. But you will also tell me, hey, boo, you're being
crazy.
That it's a little unhinged.
Chuck it back in.
But you don't say it in a judgmental way. You're like, I love the energy.
Yeah,
but
I'm typically laughing like that's hilarious, but you can't do that.
Yes.
I'm like, that's some good stuff right there. We're gonna need you to put that back.
We're gonna need you to tone it down. Like you're at a 10, I need you at a 2.
Because I think part of me is still, and I wouldn't like my upbringing is nothing close to like hood rat. Like I'm so far from hood rat, but like I have that match energy.
Yeah.
Where like I pick up mannerisms from people, or I like pick up accents or phrases.
I encourage you people.
Yeah. And so like I do have this like little unhinged me on one shoulder that finds you hilarious. Yeah. That little unhinged version of me is just like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. And then the other one is like, you guys can't do this. Like this is inside voices only.
So if that happens in public though, and like your husband's there, he's like immediately head down, like, oh.
My husband likes to tell Danielle she's reckless.
Ooh,
reckless.
That did not go over well. He first did that. That did not go over. I thought, I'm gonna kill your husband.
You're like,
I'm gonna murder. You're about to be a widow.
And that's it for your marriage. Love you, mean it.
Now we're married. Okay, so emotional and mental health benefits of having strong friendships. Not to go dark, but let's go there. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. In the last, 5 years of my life, I mean, to be honest, there were mornings if I didn't text immediately, like
I was driving to your house.
yeah, it was a watch, like a hey,
like beating down doors. God help you if you don't answer this door.
yeah. And I mean, she's a lot of why my kids still have a functioning mother.
Yeah.
And so as much as we feed our unhingedness,
there's a lot of like genuine like respect for each other too, of just we both have been in it and like, oh, I don't know what that is, I don't know what that feels like, but I'm not going anywhere.
And I understand being in it. I might not know exactly what's going on,
but I don't have to. I just have to know you're not okay and you need someone.
Yeah. Well, and how I am, and I've said, I think in another episode, I think our second episode or something, where I said it's really hard for me with people who just want to sit in the shit. But sometimes you find people sitting in the shit, and sometimes they don't want you to pull out. Like there were times I didn't want to be pulled out,
and I was like dragging you.
Yeah, but then
I think there was, like you said, like there is that point of like, and I think people experience this in all different types of like relationships as well. There's a point when like if someone doesn't want to be helped, you can't help them.
Right, but there's also where you find people. Sometimes they just need somebody to sit in the shit with them. Like
nobody even told them it was like, yeah, that's hard, and like no one's given them that validation. Where if like if you had just been like, actually, that's awful.
Yeah.
They could have been like, oh, I thought this was like normal and I'm just sitting here because no one told me I could move.
Well, and I think too, in your close relationships, like with you, when you're going through, I can tell by your tone and things, if you're in the shit, whether you just need me to sit in the shit with you, or if you need me to like
for suggestions,
like push, or like, hey, we're gonna get up now. And but I think that I have a very low capacity for people that just want to sit in the shit. Like I need you to get up at some point because I'm gonna leave.
Like I feel like we both give each other like 24 hours.
And I mean, depending on the circumstances.
Well, obviously, like through the divorce, that was much different. But like now, where we know of like, okay, I've seen you down in your dumps. This isn't it. You can stop being a baby now. Like
for sure.
Which I don't know if that's good or bad because that makes us push each other sooner.
But that's when you say, you can do hard things. And
we're also realistic too of like, you need that friend. You can just be like, I understand that I'm going to get up and move, but today I'm not getting up and moving. And I don't want to hear anything about it.
And I need you to support me.
Yeah, you can support me or you can go home. And like understanding that doesn't mean you're fighting as a friend.
Right.
That's just what I need from you in that moment. And then if you take that personally, again.
Well, it's the question of, and this has really helped me in all of my relationships. I mean, even my kids. Hey, are you venting or do you need advice or do you need me to intervene? Because when it's advice, cool. I'm not going to say a word. I am here. And I think that my natural inclination is to help. And so that's why I adopted where I kind of just stop. Hey, just real quick.
Because sometimes like when people are venting, you start giving them solutions when they already know.
You're going to piss me off. Like if I'm not ready for that step.
That's good for like marriage fights as well. Hey, are you just telling me about your bad day because you want to tell me about your bad day? Or are you telling me your bad day because we now need to look for new employment? Like,
Well, having friendships, being moms is pretty important. I mean, even having mom friends, I have very limited mom friends, but I appreciate them because this is the first time.
Well, it's nice because like I feel like our kids feel like, I don't know how to say this, when my kids are with you, like they treat you like they would me. Not necessarily in the sense of like they're not calling you mom or whatever, but they're like,
don't make this weird.
No, but like they're like, my kids know you're gonna correct them when they act out. Your kids know I'm gonna correct them.
Well, they also know that I'm gonna start throwing hands. If
like we're gonna make a scene.
With them. Like I don't play around with the kids.
But I mean, like as far as ease of transition, like like we have different parenting styles, but as far as like how we interact with our children when they're not being disciplined is fairly similar. Like.
It was like orientation or something and you were supposed to meet me and I hate going to those things and your daughter was like, I don't want to go. And you were like, so I might have to. And I was like, oh my God. You had said, so Danielle said she's going to come over here if you don't get in the car. And she was like, oh, okay. And you're like, no, I don't think
she's
you
like,
want
tell her
that
to come
smoke.
over. She can stay with me while I don't go. And I was like, that's not why she's coming
not
here.
how that would happen. And so, but because I think of them as my own, because I would do the same, you know, well,
then I get in trouble with your kids because I take my role as a fun aunt very seriously.
Yeah,
and I would say,
you get in trouble with me, not with my kids.
Yeah. No, your kids think I'm amazing, obviously. Please let them hear this episode. They'll agree.
Yes.
But then when you transfer to fun aunt, like you're still kind of the same person as you are as mom. And I'm like, let's go get Starbucks. Let's go shopping. What can I drop money on y'all? Like, because they know it. So then they go behind your back. And that's where we get in fights.
Yeah. Well, because also too, I look at them, when I have all of the kids, I'm like, all right, I'm enemy number one to them. And so like, I have to like boss up because they smell fear. They're like animals.
Whereas I'm like the frat house, basically.
Pretty much.
Which sounds weird when you say that I'm the good mom of this, but it's like, it's not like a
frat
true
house
frat
for
house.
kids.
Frat house. We're just feral and having fun.
Yeah.
Like even yesterday we went to a bowling alley and they had arcades and I like ended up talking to the moms instead. And I was, I did talk everybody into playing laser tag with me. But I would have had more fun playing arcade with the kids. Not that I didn't have fun with the moms, but like that's my mentality is I'm with the kids. Like if we're having a party with the kids, I'm with the kids. And I'm sure they'll grow out of that age of wanting me there.
I'm more like, when is this over?
Yeah.
Like what
And
time?
I'm like, Danielle, play basketball in the arcade with me.
I like playing in the arcades. I just don't like big crowds and I don't like
that aren't yours. We both are not big fans of kids that aren't ours or like our close friends' kids.
Yeah, I'm not.
But we did kind of talk about how neither of us were like super big wanting to be moms either. Like I wanted to be a mom with a corner office and a nanny, and you didn't want to be a mom at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, like when it comes to kids, like ours are the best thing that's ever happened to us.
Period.
Everybody else's is just depends on the day.
Yeah.
Love you, mean it.
They just
like don't get me wrong. If I see your kid in trouble, I'm gonna do anything to help that kid.
Yeah.
But as far as like being in charge of other people's children, like we're not a fan of it.
No. Did you hear? So and I guess it's a thing, and it's kind of going around where you're supposed to yell fire or the R word
or mom.
No, but that's the new thing is mom. And
it's true though. Someone said mom at the bowling alley. All four of us turned around and it wasn't our kid.
That's the thing. Yeah. And I didn't think of that, but when I heard that, I was
100%. I would help your kid.
Yeah, if I heard any kid that was in trouble or something like that, and I saw that, like let's go.
Yeah.
But I don't want them over for a sleepover.
Yeah. Well, sleepovers is a whole nother.
Oh yeah, that we're gonna have an episode about that.
I know you'll be shocked to find we have different views on that.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
But I would say this, like, and we'll talk about sleepovers, but this kind of goes into like, having friends makes parenting less lonely. We love having sleepovers with our kids. Like, I know it's different because we're best friends, but then a giant girls' night, like, we make a point to have like a weekend or so where like
you're buying
I stay at your house.
And
we get
all
like cake pops, we buy pizza.
Yeah, and we're building.
Nobody sleeps.
Birdhouses.
Nobody sleeps.
Well, we do.
But like barely, because both of our houses, it sounds like elephants when they're upstairs.
It does.
We got to figure out how to. But like in having, how friendships make parenting less lonely. Like that is like core memories for our kids of like just having big ol' mom sleepover parties.
Well, and I'm very. And this is another thing about me. I don't introduce everybody to my kids. Like, and I mean, and I'll get more into this when we have a like dating or whatever episode. It takes probably a good year for anyone to meet my kids because when I grew up, it was a revolving door of all kinds of people. And for children, it's very, especially for mine. So because mine have explained to me, they feel like they're not a part of my life when they're not with me. And so, and they're always wanting to meet the people that I'm around and things like that. But I don't feel comfortable doing that until like I really
You know they're going to be around. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're going to be around, because my kids, when I have in the past, when I've had friends around and they went away, like it's still like
That's
I like friends that I haven't thought about in 7, 8 years, they'll bring it up and I'm like, you were 3.
Yeah.
Like, how do you?
My youngest remembers things like really.
Yeah.
thoroughly.
So it's one of those, I'm very choosy when it comes, and the fact that I don't have a big circle anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another thing that I really value, people who I am friends with, same life stage, we are supportive of each other, like that type thing.
So there's all different kinds of friends too. You got your mom friends, and then even within mom
you
friends,
have mom
like,
friends.
I have mom friends, but then I have like different categories of mom friends, because like my kids are in different classes. So I have my oldest kids class friends, my youngest kids class friends, and then like moms that have just helped with events that I became friends with.
Yeah.
But then like work friends, you have work friends, you have church friends, or
bar night friends.
Bar night friends.
The
all
young
different,
friends.
like childhood friends that you grew up with.
I didn't do that.
I don't think I mean, like, I have people that are still in my life that I may not talk to every single day
at all.
but,
I do not at all.
Yeah.
And is that weird? I've always wanted to know, like, is that, I don't feel bad about it, but it's,
I mean, I can't answer that, because like just because I'm friends with them on Facebook and talk to them once a year, I wouldn't consider me like being an excellent friend by.
Yeah, no,
but I feel like I would.
No, I'm
saying
like long-term friends. I don't know what that's like.
I don't know.
Really,
Well, I mean, you're not even the same person though. So I would say,
Yeah.
like, as far as long-term friends, like you would have to start that on like who you are now.
And I think that's actually another like good point, is
different life stages.
Well, and I don't know why this is. I think that it's just you were brought into my life because of
Forcefully.
This. Yes.
Jesus was like, she needs help, and I was like, I'm on it.
No.
And she did not want my help, let me tell you.
No, I thought that. We evolved together, though, and that's huge.
Yeah, and then like, and again, like if people don't evolve with you, it's nothing against
Yeah, like
them.
if you're not growing with me, and at the accelerated pace that I have started growing in my life, it's not that I'm being mean. I just don't have time for you.
Yeah.
Like I can't sit in the shit.
Yeah.
I need you to. I need people that are on my
But I
same.
think again, that's why you just like have different groups of friends. Some of those people are like, they're not as involved for you, but they're still a good time, and you still care about them. So you check in with them, but maybe it's not every day like you do your other friends who are at the same pace with you.
I'm really bad about checking in with people.
I'm not good at it either, but I've been fortunate enough, I'm talking about like my childhood friends, of like if I text them, like I saw them post something, or someone's, passed away and you saw it on Facebook or something, like if I text them, like it's not.
Why are you going to text people that passed away?
I'm going to text the people that lost someone.
Oh.
Lord. When I pray for her, I pray for all of her. This is my prayer reminder. I didn't pray for you today.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But like it kind of picks up where you left off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like you just have all different kinds of friends in different life stages. But like I doubt that even if you like speak to them regularly, that they wouldn't be like polite or like converse with you if you saw them again.
Have you met me?
Well, me specifically. They're polite when they see me.
Okay. But balancing time for friends with a busy life. That's
well, I mean, that like kind of feeds into the like, hey, I haven't checked in on you because life's been crazy.
Yeah, I here recently, my mom friends that or just friends that I typically, it would just be like, yeah, like they're over there. I don't know, I haven't talked to them in months. I've made a point to at least once a week just say, hey, how is your week going?
And like, you had like text. A friend come back around too that you forgot about, and then they like moved back to the area.
I forgot about them again because I have no idea.
You know who I'm talking about, but like you just had like met them at and had lunch with
them. Yeah.
So like there's people that just like have you guys have parted, but there's no ill will that. Well,
and what's funny is that I feel like we're closer now than we were back then.
That's what I'm saying. Like you're different persons, just different phases. Like it wasn't meant to be then.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't mean that you have like ill will towards them.
Ooh, so navigating disagreements or misunderstandings.
Speaking of ill will.
I think that that's it. I don't feel like we've gone a whole day fighting.
No, but we've definitely had some disagreements that were like should not have been through text message.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like most of our fights have like started due to like a text message, and it's like, what do you? And then like one or the other would blow up, and we're like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Or like
I'm having a moment and
Yeah.
I don't know why it came out that way,
Yeah.
or something like that. But I think that that's the biggest thing, is because I love you so much.
Like you make a choice.
I don't have ill will towards you, period. Even if
Yeah.
you piss me off,
like how you would act would be different to how you would act by somebody else.
yeah, like I'm able. It's because to my core I love you.
Mhm.
If I ever were to get that mad, I would. Something in my brain is, hey,
Yeah.
like
Well,
it's time to end
also,
this now.
Fun fact of Danielle: Danielle's a runner. Like not, and I do not mean physically. I mean like metaphorically. Like
I'll peace out.
she'll peace out quick. And so like my love for you knows that. And so I'm like, go ahead, I'll wait here.
Yeah.
Like I'll wait.
Kind of like
Which
when
is
we
like
met.
something that you're not used to.
Yeah.
Because like you've never, like you're used to people who in your life that talk that big game.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna set you up, I'm gonna,
I'm
whatever
here for
it
you,
is.
boo.
And I'm
No,
just
you're
like,
not.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Like, let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. That was like when we met.
And then you were like run away and like look back and it's like, wait, she isn't chasing me. Like, what do I do?
Yeah. Well, you were like, hey, so where are we going to dinner? I'm like,
Yeah.
you're a crazy person. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. And you're like, okay, so Chili's? That sounds good.
I think it was Amigos.
It was Amigos. Was it Amigos?
It was Mexican.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I was thinking Chili's. But no, I think that it's important of having that underlining respect, but also having that self-awareness about yourself.
Yeah.
When you're getting to that limit of, what I'm about to say, is this going to help or hurt?
Yeah.
And I never want to hurt you.
Yeah,
ever. Like
same.
that's never something.
And I think that transitions into like every relationship of like, if you're intentional and how you move and react, that's going to show up in other places. It's going to show up how you speak, how you think, how people perceive you. And like, we almost have made that decision. Like, and again, like, I think some of it for you initially was just you kind of felt you owed it to me because I had been there through a thing. And I feel like our relationship
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
Like, I kind of like, well, she was the only one there. So no, well, that's interesting.
I genuinely love you, not for what you do for me or what you've done.
Sweet.
I'm grateful. I'm eternally grateful. But no, I genuinely love you.
Because I think I felt that from like a perspective of like, okay, well, maybe she's just like opening up more because she feels like it. But then I feel like now I don't feel that way at all. I feel like we're kind of like matched equally as far as like
like I
where we
genuinely
are.
love you for who you are, not
I love you too, boo.
not for what you've done for me. I mean, I am eternally grateful for the things that you've done, but to my core, I just love you as a person.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Okay,
stop.
This is ridiculous.
It's the most sweetest thing ever.
God. Now we're just getting disgusting.
We shouldn't put this on air because then everyone's gonna want to be friends with you. And I'm gonna have to fight people. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so outgrowing friendships or losing friendships over time. I lost a lot of, I lost friends and acquaintances in the divorce.
Yeah, but I feel like for me that concept is like just a part of, like, it goes, this is morbid, but like it goes with death. Like that's just part of life. Like you're gonna lose people and gain people, and
I understand
there's gonna
that
be ebb
now.
and flow.
I didn't then.
Like it was like life ending to lose people.
Well, yeah,
then.
because I mean there was one friend that I'd had since I was in high school.
Yeah.
And that was something that was really tough because that was the longest standing relationship that I'd had in my entire life, period, because of my upbringing and moving here, there, and everywhere, and like not having that stability
and consistency.
Yeah. And so that was detrimental for me. But now I'm at a place where, kind of like Ed said earlier, I feel that everybody is brought into your life to essentially a reflection of what you're missing, of like what you're needing to work on for you. And so when someone leaves, I kind of have the attitude of, okay, what did I learn? Okay. And like, I'm good with that. And we're not really going to see eye to eye on that. Growing up, having friends, even if they hurt me to my core, I just was so terrified to lose anybody that I would put up with.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
see
Which
ya.
I think that is just like a part of growing up, because
Yeah.
like you, same with relationships, like you don't, your first breakup is never gonna find another person ever.
But I went all the way up into my 30s with that
Yeah.
mentality of keeping people just for the sake of they haven't left yet. Like
Yeah.
even to the detriment of me, of like
Yeah.
what I needed. And
Like it wasn't your decision if they were your friend or not, basically. It was up to
yeah, it was
them.
yeah. And now
Now it's up to you.
now it's just kind of, man, you're not showing up the way that I need you. You gotta
Yeah.
go. But as long as I'm making sure that I'm showing up the way that I want to as a friend, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if I'm able to reflect back and be like, yeah, I kind of messed that up a little bit.
Well, and I think too, like that brings a good point, especially like raising kids. Those friends make you a better person.
Yeah.
Do those friends bring out character traits in you that aren't something that you want for yourself?
Yeah.
And then that's really like looking in the mirror, and like they say, personal growth and everything only works based on how much truth you can accept about yourself.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey, I actually like an awful person when I'm with these friends. And is that the path I would want to go down?
Maybe that's why I keep my circle so small. I don't have a lot of influence on who I am.
Well, and I think we've talked about that too, of like, some of the people in your life when I first met you, like, weren't there for you. And like the
No, yeah.
conversations that we had of, that's not a nice person. Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And you were like shocked.
Well, and I think too, it's because I do see, again, to the detriment of me, but I'm getting better about it, of managing it at least, where I can see people's pain. I can,
Well, that and potential.
Their potential, why they are the way that they are, that type thing. So it's very hard for me to just do a very hard cut and judgment. I'll do the judgment, but it's not a judgment of like looking down at, ooh, I see this. This is why you're the way that you are, and I understand that.
Which is so funny, because we talked about how like one thing that frustrates you about me is that like in environment, if I can see the other side, I'll fold.
Yeah.
Whereas like if that person's not a friend for you, you wouldn't.
No.
But like if they are a friend,
see,
then that's where
we're unraveling
like...
why I have such a small group of people, like, because I apparently can't handle it, like, because then it would just, maybe that's what it is that I've been a doormat for so long that I'm in this
now
period
things
where
feel unsafe for you. Like,
well, I feel safe. But I feel safe because what I found works for me is keeping it small.
Yeah. Well, not only that, like you also are under the impression of like, okay, well now I need to know how these people operate when it comes to my best interest.
Yeah.
And do they operate in my best interest when I'm not available?
Integrity.
Yeah.
Of value.
The purest form of love is consideration.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I think that it's for relationships, but also something going around right now. It's, if you don't feel bad that you hurt me, you're using me.
Yeah.
And
that's a good tool on yourself as well. Because like there's definitely people in my life that are in my life because they offer a convenience to me.
Yeah. But
which is not fair to them.
Yeah. But if it doesn't hurt you, like if we fight or something, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fight with you.
Yeah.
You
don't want to say something that like
I don't want to hurt you. And and
that
knowing me, when I get into that mode, like I do run or I'll push, but I only do it for a minute until I can get the unhinged.
Yeah.
Hinged.
Yeah. And then it's like, are you good or do we need to fight in the front yard?
Yeah, no. And we haven't had to do that yet. So
yeah.
But so maintaining.
But I mean, I think, like that goes into kind of the next thing of like friendships take effort. Like it's effort to not say the thing that when you get your feelings hurt, like that takes effort. It takes consideration of my feelings, of your feelings, to step back and be like, I'm not able to be a good friend to you right now and I don't want to ruin this.
Yeah.
So let me pop back real quick. Instead of letting your ego kick in of like, I'm going to have the last word and you're going to regret ever saying that to me.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Then also, just like you have to like date in a relationship, you got to date your friends. You got to plan time together. You got to put in time, whether that's on the phone, through text message, through our personal favorite is sending each other 1,000 TikToks.
Yeah, pretty much. And well, we start talking about 5 o'clock every single morning, every single day.
Every single day.
I have my newer friend. We go and shoot pool like once a week when I don't have my kids.
And on accident, you started grocery shopping.
Yeah, on accident, we started grocery shopping.
Started running into each other.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. And then, but it's like I said before.
But you get time. Like that's a date. Like that's.
But it also set like, even if you in your schedule you can't do what I've started doing, because because it really does mean a lot to people where, on Thursday, I'll text the friend that I don't see very often, hey, how's your week going? And even so, I have another friend, she is terrible about answering her phone or answering text messages. And I will literally have full on conversations with her
without her input.
And then 2 weeks later, she'll be like, I'm so sorry, I saw this and da 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 da. And so then I have to go. But that's probably why I'm more detailed in our text.
I just want you guys to like go on record, because she just talked about how she doesn't have friends or check in on people, and she does those things and has friends.
I just don't have a lot, though.
I think the definition that you're putting on them means more for you, but in the sense of things, like, you have a village.
Well, and I think too, I just don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't.
Are you talking about me? Like, am I going to be territorial? Well, I'm the only best friend.
Well, for sure.
You can have other friends.
No,
let me catch them with the best in front of their name.
No.
This is a double standard because I have another best friend.
We put work.
Too, actually.
We put work. I'm sorry. We didn't discuss this ahead of time.
You knew the other one because she was here first. She was here before everybody.
Yeah, well, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then my work bestie.
Thank you. There's that word that needed to go beforehand. Thank you. Jeez. I think you like keeping us separated.
No, I mean, I would tell you that, like, my toxic me considers it a form of placement manipulation. Of just like, everybody has their spots, but everybody still wants me.
Yes, because that's so healthy.
That's healthy. Yeah, don't do that.
Well, okay, so not having time for surface level friendships.
And then that's where you're at. It's like you don't have time for small talk, but like you're past small talk with a lot of people that you don't realize.
Yeah, no, I don't think a lot of people. Well, I don't know. How many do you think is a lot?
I would say more than 3. You would probably say 3 exactly.
Well, I'm thinking when I think a lot of friends, I'm thinking 10. I don't have that.
You think 10?
I don't have 10.
Well, I would agree that I don't have 10. Well, maybe I have 10.
Yes, you do.
I have 10.
You do.
As far as like best friends, there's 3.
And I only have 1. So
one of them.
So
yeah.
Yep, it's been revealed who's the better best friend here. That would be Danielle, right here, sister.
Oh.
All right. Tips on how to make new friends as an adult. So in another episode,
well, you're living this. So.
Yeah. So in another episode, we talk about, I think it's like self-care, something. Go do something that you have wanted to do but haven't done yet. Or like something that you used to do as a kid and haven't done. Like take a dance class, go to yoga. Where else have I met people? I say bars, but
Pilates. I mean, you meet lots of people at bars. I mean, like, we're from the South, so it's not hard to meet people. When I lived up north, you would walk into a store and like if you said hi to too many people, they got irritated.
Yeah.
Whereas down here, the cash register is telling you about her grandbaby. The cash register lady. Yeah. The cashier.
I just don't like the bless your heart thing because that'll make me ragey.
That's ironic because you say that to me. Well, you don't say that. You say bless you.
I say bless. But it's never
I
actually mean like bless you. I mean like bless you. I hope that you get the help you need is more.
Well, that is what bless your heart means.
Well, no, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be like, oh, bless your heart. But no one means it.
No one means it.
Except for the people that come here from like the north and they're like, oh, I'm going to be Southern and I'm going to say bless your heart. And it's like, you have no idea. That's not how you use it.
That's not what that means.
Okay. So keeping friendships
we didn't tell any. Oh, yeah, you did. You said go do things, like try things, Pilates. If you are local and want someone to do it with you, let us know. We'll do stuff with you.
God, don't do this.
Yeah, no, do it. Let's do it. I'm trying to think of like random things. I want to do goat yoga or like puppy yoga.
I would love to do goat yoga. Like, my other friend wants to do goat yoga.
Okay.
She does. The young one.
Okay.
She wants to do goat yoga.
My young friend is allergic to all animals, so it makes it hard to do goat yoga. She might be able to do goats, not puppies though.
Okay, so this is really good too. Another tip is setting boundaries while staying close.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in the past is where I had trouble of setting boundaries, not for people setting boundaries with me, but me setting boundaries with other people. That has been very difficult. It isn't now, but it was a struggle up into my 30s.
In like what way? As far as what you're willing to do,
what I'm willing to put up with,
like treatment-wise.
Treatments, how much you're showing up for me versus like it's a give and take. I had a lot of friendships that were a lot of give. I will fall into that if I'm not careful.
Yeah.
I'll fall into the give type thing. Yeah. And
well, I think that's genuine of like, you bring something and can offer support and, be helpful and supportive, encouraging.
But if it's
then
draining,
other people take advantage
when
of it.
they're draining your energy, that's a problem.
Yeah. Set your boundaries.
All right. Friendships are like plants.
Yeah,
Water them.
I think this is
I
a
don't even want
variable.
to finish that.
That is a terrible example because I am a plant hospice.
Oh,
I
know.
have been gifted plants by friends and I killed them.
You let our love fern die.
Literally.
Yeah.
It was an orchid, but yeah, it died.
Yeah.
I'm not like, this is where you come to go to the afterlife. Whatever analogy works for you on watering your friends or spending time with your friends or watering your plants.
So I like this one better. Even if you're a little messy or reckless, they won't care and show up anyway.
That's right.
Show up, man.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. Well, at least for me, show up.
Yeah.
Be there. Tell me I'm an asshole, but you love me.
Tell me I'm pretty.
Tell me I'm pretty.
And that you love me.
And that you love me. And that everything's going to be okay.
Everything's going to be
And you can do hard things and no one's coming to save you.
And if you need friends, we're happy to be your friends. Danielle has said all night that she needs some.
Are you...
I'm trying to, yes. And also let us know if you want to try things and you want us to come do those
what
with
do you want to try, or where do you meet friends, and what kind of friends do you feel like you're missing in your life?
I am not missing any.
No, you're not. I can't keep up. And but you.
I have like different kinds of friends. Like I have church friends, so like none of my friends could be in the same room together. And I don't know,
a lot of Christmas cards to deal with.
Oh, I don't do that.
I
know it's bad, but I think just in general, like I just have like a different friend group everywhere. I mean, they could all get together and hang out. They would be fine. I have a lot of friends.
You're a friend whore,
but like not. I have people. I mean, like, I don't even know how to say it. I'm just going to make it worse. Like, I care about a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Like, there's just people that I have, like, we had a lot of new friends this year when we started going to church. Like, last year, like, we started going last year. That was, like, a big push that we did. And we met a lot of friends, like, acquaintance type friends that way. But then, like, once we actually started helping serve and things like that, then we, got probably 30 people just from that. But I mean, like, are they friends that my plumbing just broke and I need someone to help me dig through sewer? Like, I'm not calling them. I'm calling you. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, my God, why? I mean, I'm there, but shit, man.
Yeah. But like that's what I'm saying. Like I have a lot of different friends that are like in my life, but are they the friends I'm like calling when things are like really
when you need
hard?
Your diaper changed?
Not necessarily, but that doesn't mean that like I don't want them in my life. Yeah. When I have tubes that need to be changed out, like you're still who I'm calling.
No, man, I would be good if I had you and like 5 others. Like I'm good.
Well, you got 3, so we just need 2 more.
No.
See, now we say she needs 5, and that's adding.
No, I just meant that's a max. Like we're at yellow.
3 is getting close to
like
limit.
We're getting close.
But again, like you're assuming that you're gonna have the same level of like conversation or like quote unquote work that you would with me with those people, and that's not what I have. But they have their own
expectations, and it's that stresses me out if I can make.
So really, what bothers you is like learning new people. So I would say that your problem is with change. Then, like you would be fine if you could skip the getting to know them and just know them.
Yeah.
And then be in your life, but it's the newness of like, oh, I have to learn someone.
I have to learn what your favorite
and you're dating, not like trying to date. So you're already doing it with that. So that's why it feels overwhelming. I feel like
that just makes me.
She's like, I actually just need to go home and get in bed now.
Yeah, like I'm done for the day. Bye guys, good to see you. Oh God. Yeah, no, I mean, and maybe that's it. Is because I've added back in dating
that it's just like a lot
of
getting to know new people. Currently, we're talking currently, not future, because future is going to be better. Like currently, you're being disappointed. If you were being fulfilled from that, then it wouldn't seem so hard.
I don't know. I think that's a lesson of like I'm just never going to be fulfilled in my dating life.
That's sad.
No, I don't think so. But I think because I've lived my whole life like expecting that in a relationship for it to fulfill me, and now I'm like,
oh, I see what you're saying.
No,
yeah.
like I fulfill
you in the relationship,
and that person, like I just want them to be like I do the outline, you come in color, kind of thing.
But really, you have to do the outline and color, and then they just show up to hand you markers.
That sounds terrible. Like that sounds like I'm doing much more work than them, and like that's what. Yeah,
that's why they tell you like in relationships relationships. You got to work on you so you can be a good person in
and
your
I
relationship.
think that that's the other thing, me attracting a lot of people who are kind of looking to do that. And sometimes those people are not game to be there. Like I see that that's what they're wanting. Like
you mean like they're already in their growth and so they have nothing
well,
left?
or they know that they want something different. They want a lifestyle change,
Yeah.
but they're not sure how to do it. And so they've attracted somebody like me
who wants to fix
who
it.
I want to help and like, yeah, I'm down for this and everything. But then when they're not actually doing the work, that was my lesson to say, okay, we're here.
Yeah.
We're not.
Which is big because you're in your relationships, like one of your goals is to figure out where the boundaries of where like, hey, they're trying to take from me, like sucking the life from
like you're
me.
taking a lot and it's not working for me.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So,
well,
yep. So again, tell us the type of friends you had, the type of friend you are.
Yeah.
What kind of friends you want? Where do you go to meet friends? All that kind of stuff. Like talk to us, subscribe, like, listen wherever you get your podcast.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to play.
Bye.
Bye.